Yesterday, the Dow lost 326 points, and we're starting to see some panic enter into the marketplace. As you know, the S&P 500 is down 5% year to date. So the question is, what should you be doing now with your investment portfolio? This chart gives excellent background knowledge for how to make assessments when we have declines in the equity markets. Notice that we have here the red dots show the intra-year lows during a year, which would be basically from the peak to the valley. What was the negative sell-off you had to endure during the year to get the total year return? That's what's shown in the red. The blue horizontal bars show the annualized return for that particular year. Let's look at 2 years as an example. Notice here for 1987 we had an intra-year sell-off of almost negative 34%, but the year still ended up positive with a +2. That's a pronounced swing of 36% during the year. Secondly, notice more recently in 2009. Many of our investors experienced this. The intra-year low, which was March 9, 2009, from the beginning of the year, there was a negative 28% drop. But then by the end of the year, it had rebounded to a positive 23. That is a 51% swing in the markets in one calendar year. So what can we learn from this chart? The assertions to focus on is, number one, if you average all the inter-year lows or declines, it was a negative 14.7% return. That means to be a successful investor, you had to endure almost a 15% loss during the year to capture the strong upside market returns. But despite those intra-year declines, notice that 26 out of 34 years were positive. That's almost a 4 out of 5 ratio where you had positive returns. So what should you be doing now when we have an intra-year sell-off? As I like to say, invest free capital or cash. If you have capital available to invest, this is an excellent time to be buying low. If you don't have capital to invest, remember that if you're a client of ours, we're systematically rebalancing your portfolio when it's appropriate to sell what is high and then buy what is low systematically to be able to rebalance your portfolios and buy the equities that have maybe had a recent fall. Know your investment strategy, invest capital when we have intra-year lows, and remain disciplined with your philosophies that you know work in the long run.